Top 5, baby.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Guys, Merry Christmas. Well, Christmas was a few days ago, but I hope you had a good Christmas. Hope you got all the shit that you wanted. But also family.
Family
I hope
is important.
Very important.
Very important.
Hope you gave as much as you received. And that's not like, don't make that sexual. I'm talking Christmas presents. And you spent time with your family. But welcome to the Betwixt Ideas. This is a little special episode. Or there's going to be a series of special episodes over this little festive period between the Christmas and New Year's.
That's right.
We've decided that we want to do like little mini episodes of the top 5 things that we think of this year. So the top 5, not necessarily events, but just top 5 talking points of this year. And this first, and they're in no order as well. There's no like number 1, the best thing of the year. They're just 5 things that have happened this year that we're going to talk about.
All right.
And this first episode is, of course, the thing that's kind of plagued the entire world for the last 18 months to 2 years.
Yeah, it's been nearly 2 years.
Coronavirus. COVID-19. Whatever you want to call it.
It's like so many. So it's like COVID-19, and then you got the the Omicron variant,
That's
and then
the new variant now.
you had Delta one, and like now there's like a sister variant of that. There's crazy amounts.
It's been world changing.
Very.
I just want to top this off and I hope people have dealt with it well.
Yeah.
Because speaking from just a UK point of view, we've had like quite a lot of lockdowns, quite a lot of isolations. We're not going to get political. I saw that little eye roll. We're not going to get political.
It's hard not to though.
I know it is, but we just talk about the general experience of COVID, like that we've had. Like I just hope that people have dealt with it well. Because I know there's been people out there where it's like completely fucked their mental health. Yeah. And also like there's like just like the fear of like going outside, fear of crowds, all of that. Like there's been
washing your hands a lot more now.
Washing your hands a lot more as well. Yeah, wearing the mask.
And everything.
There's a lot of like anxiety attached to COVID.
Yeah, man.
I don't really want to like dwell on like that mental health aspect of it all, even though that is very important. I just think let's just talk about how has your experience with COVID been, Shaq?
It's been weird, man. So it started off kind of cool, like where I was just like, I'm working from home. At the time when all kicked off, I had just moved out.
Had you?
Yeah, it was around the time I had just moved out. So it was about maybe, let's say, October, November, December, about 5 or 6 months after I moved out.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant moved out of your place that you were at.
No.
How long into lockdown did you move out with Olivia? Because I know you were living by yourself. Not by yourself, you had roommates, but it was effectively by yourself.
Yeah, so I had moved out from the other place December 2020.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How hard was that?
It was hard because you know what was crazy? It was in full effect because obviously that was like the first Christmas of COVID.
Yeah.
So everyone was like, you couldn't really do shit, you couldn't do that, you couldn't do this. So I couldn't really. Well, I was living in this flat and it had barely anything in it.
Yes. Yeah.
And
so thank God that you moved out then around that time.
Yeah, because my old roommate had COVID.
Okay.
And Olivia was like, you got to get the fuck out of there. And I was like, yeah. So I immediately started looking for places to move out.
And you found this?
Found this place. And I couldn't see her, of course, because, of course, couldn't really house mix up and shit.
There was a few, I mean, we had the summer.
The summer was kind of cool.
Yeah, restrictions were lifted in, I think, July.
It was around that June, July time.
And then it sort of didn't really kick back into effect until October, November time again. So we had a few months of sort of seeing people again.
It was literally a day before Christmas where he's like, yo,
yeah,
you can't see the people, and that was fucked up.
That was fucked up.
That was very fucked up as well. Yeah, like
because I know. Obviously, if you hadn't moved out, you would have been by yourself on Christmas.
Yeah, I would have literally just had to lie in bed all day with that
would have been shit, man.
That That would have been shit. That would
But
have
the
been.
thing is, there's people out there that definitely happened to as well.
Yeah.
So, like,
I've known people that said that they couldn't go see their parents, and like their parents like died and they couldn't go see them and shit. And I was like, that's really fucked up. That is really fucked up.
There was like funeral, like there was restriction of funerals.
Yeah, you could like people couldn't go to funerals.
Tell you what though, my mum attended a funeral, but she watched it. There was like a live stream of it.
Oh, like a Zoom?
Yeah. But the funeral put that on. Like
that's good that's good, but it's like damn.
It's not the same.
It's not 100%.
The same.
Yeah.
I understand that, but during the height of the pandemic in 2020,
you got to do what you got to do.
We're talking about the 5 things of 2021, and we're talking about 2020. But I think it's spanned over.
It's still pretty relevant. You know what I mean?
Even right now. We're in December. Of course, we're recording this before Christmas because we're not psychopaths and recording on fucking Christmas.
Hell no. Right now in Christmas, I'm literally in my boxes like playing fucking, I don't know, Pokemon or some shit.
I'm trying to think when this one comes out. I think it's the 20. This episode is scheduled for the 27th, I believe.
Yeah.
So, what would I be doing on Monday, the 27th of December?
Food coma.
Probably. I might have tried to go to the gym, but I don't know if it'll be open. It might be open.
If you got them like proper old school, if them old school gyms are open with the guys like the dudes like been a bodybuilder since the 70s.
Oh no, I'm chain. I'm in a Nuffield chain.
Yeah, see,
I think they might be open, to be honest.
Yeah, them old school gyms are definitely open.
It's a bank holiday. It might not be open.
Good point.
But I hope you had a good Christmas, good Boxing Day, and you're enjoying this little podcast that we...
Yeah, man. You can throw on Sky Movies and shit, just start watching Pulp Fiction.
That's the best thing.
That is the best moment. Just to throw on Sky Movies or like BBC and watch
literally
like Shrek.
Turn on anything, yeah.
Elf.
But I hope COVID hasn't ruined any plans for you over Christmas. Because, unfortunately, it's inevitable.
COVID has ruined a lot of plans for me. At the start of 2020, I know it's 2021 podcast. At the start of everything, right, I had plans to go to festivals. I want to go see a lot of rappers live. I want to go on holiday. I want to go to fucking EGX, which is just Eurogamer and shit. I want to do a lot of shit. That all got thrown out the window. I didn't go to no festivals, didn't go to none of that shit. I just been cooped up in my house. Now I got cabin fever and I want to go outside.
But this was the thing that I was going to say. Like, I'm very anxious because obviously I've said before on the podcast I do live with my parents. There's always someone home.
Yeah.
So when there isn't someone home, I actually feel a little like anxious when like leaving an empty house now, because it's just like, oh shit, like it's an empty house. Like, what if someone comes and like fucking burgles us?
Have you had problems with burglary in the past?
Nah, not at all. It's completely like It's
a very sort of like.
But I never had this. I never felt this way before. Never ever. And ever since COVID, I've just been like, oh shit, the house is going to be empty for like an hour and a half.
To be honest, I kind of have a similar thing where I've never had an issue with like someone breaking in or anything like that.
No.
But since I've started living with my fiance, I now have a bat, and I've never like had a problem with like a burglar or anything, but like I have a bat by my bed just in case.
But I think mine is more spanned from COVID, because where we've been in for like 2 years, and like now there are restrictions now, but we are free movement now. We can.
I don't know how you can be a burglar during COVID anyway. Everyone's at home. Most people at home.
No, that's the thing though. But now people aren't home because they're out doing shit. Like, that's my fear. And I think that's come from COVID, man. Like, I never thought this way before. So, like, and I understand that it's, like, completely an irrational fear, because it's, like...
We all got irrational fears. I think it's like one or two.
And I don't let it, like, control my life. But if I'm feeling like this, there's going to be people out there feeling like that as well. And it's just, like... And even, like, social engagements. Like, I know for a fact there's people out there that were social butterflies before COVID, and now they just go, I don't really want to go. Like,
fam, I was never
really.
That's
fine. That's absolutely fine.
I was never really a social butterfly or anything like that. But I realized that once I go outside, my battery for socializing is decreased a lot.
So, mine is as well.
Like, if I'm outside for like more than an hour, I'm so tired. Like, I gotta go home.
Oh, mine's not necessarily tired. It's more sort of I get a bit overwhelmed. Like, I've always been someone that enjoys my own company.
Yeah.
So at the beginning of lockdown, I was like,
I'm in my element.
Because like I'm cool, I'm fine. But then like after not seeing like my girlfriend for like X amount of months, and I'm just like, like for example, I've seen my girlfriend like every single weekend, and then all of a sudden Saturday comes around in the height of lockdown, and it's like, what to do on a Saturday?
I hate that right now, because you don't know what's too crowded and what's too
No, I meant as in terms of lockdown. Like it would be like I would usually see my girlfriend on a Saturday, and I'd be like, well, I can't see her. What am I going to do with myself?
Like, even now, it's like one of those like, yeah, I can go to a bar, but it's just like, it's kind of awkward.
Like for me, I'm trying to like live my life as I want to. I'm still like wearing masks and shit, obviously, because we have to. But even when we didn't quote unquote have to, I was still wearing masks and stuff. I'm not saying everywhere, but like if I had a mask on me, I was wearing it.
Like, how did you work in London at any point?
No,
like Central? So
I've
basically,
never worked in London. No.
So I've worked in London ever since I've started working, for the most part. So I say around 2016.
Yeah, you're professional.
Proper career. Like, I've been in Croydon for a little while, but
yeah.
So when I started working in London, like going on taking undergrounds and shit, I noticed that there was a lot of people who weren't particularly, native to London. They were like, from Japan or Korea.
Oh, they would
wear like, masks and shit.
Do you know that's because of the smog?
The smog, and it's also like hygienic.
Air quality, yeah.
Air quality. So of course, when you're cooped up underground with people, it's quite easy to, someone to pass on like cold.
It can be a little micro climate in there.
Yeah.
If someone, and I mean, I don't know if any of firstly, I don't know if we have any non UK listeners, but if we do,
I think we do.
Do we?
I've checked the stats. I think we do. I think you've got a couple US people.
Oh, hello US people. Thank you.
I think someone from the Philippines listens to us.
Big up the Philippines.
I saw something like Philippines. I have to double. It was at the YouTube channel.
Do you know what?
I can't remember.
I'm a lover of boxing. And Manny Pacquiao from the Philippines.
Good boxer.
Baller.
Good
boxer.
guy.
Good guy. Good boxer. Legend. I'd say legend.
Yeah, he is a legend.
Shout out the Philippines. But what I was going to say, people that aren't aware of like the tube in America, it's like the subway, they pack you the fuck in those trains.
Like sardines.
Like, your face, like I think I've said before on this podcast, I am 5'8". If someone taller than me is standing next to me, I am in their kind of mid section.
I got sexually harassed on the tube once.
Do you know what, yeah? If someone is into sexually harassing people, it's very easy to do it on the tube.
Yeah,
and that's fucked to say.
Someone grabbed my cheeks.
That's mental. Well, you have said before that you've got arse.
I got cheeks, but like I wasn't expecting some stranger to like grab it. Like I was like, damn, take me out first. Anyway.
But no, you're right. It's a little bit of a microclimate on there, because if you're in such close proximity to everyone, if someone literally has a coughing fit.
Ooh, coughing is a big no-no now.
Oh, do you know what? That's a very interesting thing. How many times have you been out and you've like drank a bit of water and it like kind of like fucks your throat, and you're just holding in the cough? Because when someone coughs now outside, all your eyes are on them.
Listen, if someone coughs, everyone within like a 5 meter radius will look at you.
Eyeball you. Their eyes are on you.
Like you just insulted their ancestors. Like you can't do that now.
Like, no, do you know what they look at? They look at you like you're infected. And and obviously COVID is an infection, blah blah blah, it's a virus. But I meant like infected with like the T virus from fucking, like, Resident Evil.
Oh my god. He's like, kill him.
That's what I mean.
He's contagious.
But honestly, that's another social anxiety. Coughing was never cool to begin with, but
nobody like it'll be like after like the third cough that people are like, alright, relax.
Yeah.
But if you cough once, you're like, okay, you need to die.
Yeah, it's like,
give me the gun.
You're out. You're infectious. Get back into quarantine.
You are the epicenter right now. You need to leave. Like,
you're patient zero.
Damn.
That's what I mean. There's so much social anxiety that has come from COVID, and it's scary, man. Like,
I'm gonna end it off on this one, right?
Yeah.
So recently, Olivia, and in fact, this was yesterday. Olivia and I we have movie night and shit.
oh,
I showed her one of my favorite films, which is V for Vendetta.
good film.
Good film. And so you know how the plot goes with the whole like thing.
Wait, it's like the Guy Fawkes.
The Guy Fawkes things. She's like, oh, isn't it funny how it kind of is similar in the UK, how there's like a virus and like, a different kind of political like front coming into power, and there's a lot of like, authoritarian things pushed in place now, and he's like, shh, you're gonna get us killed.
I always think of it as it's like George Orwell's
1984. I got that book over there.
1984. I was gonna say 1989.
I haven't read it. I've read Animal Farm. Animal Farm is fucking good.
It just reminds me of that. It's just like they're always watching. They want you to conform into a little box, and like lockdown, restrictions. Do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when like you. I don't know any examples, but when like certain prisoners leave prison and they have like house arrest. They have to be indoors by a certain time.
Yeah, they've got the tag. They have to be indoors.
The tag, that's it. The electronic tag.
They can't go a certain distance.
And they have to be indoors by a certain time, otherwise they get arrested. That's what it reminds me of lockdown. You go outside, you're fucked.
Yeah.
That's how it felt.
Also, guys, read Animal Farm. That is a really good book.
Yeah.
Have you read it?
No, I know of it though. I'm not a big reader.
It's literally a small book.
Do you know what? That's something I should have done during COVID.
Like literally, it's cheap. You can read it in one sitting.
What helped you during COVID?
What helped me during COVID? So I walking. I did a lot of walking.
I was more alluding like things to occupy your time. I did a lot of walking as well during COVID.
I did a lot of walking. I watched a lot of anime. That's when I got in a lot of anime watching. So I watched like Hunter x Hunter and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure all in that time, just all of it shit. And I did a lot of walking too. I used to go on like hour walks. Like that's the best thing. I used to just go on my headphones.
I did a lot of walking as well.
I'll listen to a lot of Sean Price. Sean Price kept me like locked in. Like Sean Price, Ghostface, J Electronica.
A lot of video games.
West Side Gun. I listened to a lot of that music when I was just going for walks.
A lot of video games got me through COVID as well.
Yeah, I played a shit ton. I've played a shit ton of games last year and this year.
Yeah.
So
I wanna sort of I think we'll end this little mini one by just saying, let us know what kept you sane during COVID. Your
definitely,
little,
man.
Routines that kind of kept you sane. Like, did you play games? Did you watch movies? Did you watch TV, anime?
I did stretching.
You start reading?
I did a lot of stretching as well.
Were you one of these banana bread people that made a ton of banana bread?
No,
Not you. I'm asking them.
Oh shit, my bad.
Did you?
I cooked a lot of fried dumplings.
Okay, I did. I mean, did anyone learn a new skill or anything? Like, my mum started learning Spanish during COVID.
Oh wow, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I learned how to code in C#.
There we go. That's a good skill.
I learned.
But did you learn it because of COVID, or did you have to learn it?
Well, I had to learn it in my job.
Okay,
but it was one of those things where I did it anyway.
Let us know what kept you sane during COVID. Email us, comment on the videos and stuff, and all on Twitter, Instagram. Send us DMs.
Send us everything.
Send us on anything. Pigeon, carrier pigeon. Let us know, how did you survive during COVID, and stay safe and all that jazz. Like, wash your hands, wear your mask. Hope you're all good and everything.
Yeah, just keep safe in general. Whatever you do to keep safe, keep safe.
And
you know
I hope you had a good Christmas. And we will see you tomorrow for the next one of the 5 of 2021.
Yup.
Peace out.
Peace out.